But I'm very happy to say that we're getting the good kind of rain right now that New Mexico needs. And most areas are avoiding flash flood warnings. Right off the bat, I want to point out Ruidoso because right now, even though there are some clouds in the sky, that doesn't mean that there's imminent danger. Now, there is a flood watch in the area, and that is because of just the number of storms throughout New Mexico. Statistically, that means it's more likely you'll get one in Ruidoso. But for the moment, just happy to report that it's some smooth sailing there. Here in Buffalo Thunder from our sky cam, you can look out toward the Jemez Mountains and see kind of a cool picture. And speaking about nice and cool, it's 81 degrees right now here in Albuquerque, and that is thanks to some storms across the southern area of really now Bernalillo County. A lot of this rain activity is moving south of I-40 and into southwest portions of Bernalillo County. There was some heavy rain in areas like the South Valley and Isleta, but that has already moved on. There are some areas which are going to be getting some pretty significant rain along I-25, and this is through the Santa Fe area. Keep that in mind in case you or someone you know planning to go home in the next hour or so. It could be pretty slick and visibility may be low within Santa Fe. Otherwise, across southeastern New Mexico, we have a few isolated storms across southern Otero County. You can see one or two in the Sacramento Mountains, but again, no flooding threat for Ruidoso, and areas out to Hatch and Truth or Consequences, even Deming. Just getting some isolated monsoon storms delivering the type of rain that we need to help us fight against the drought. And you can see right here, most of that activity is across the north central mountains and out toward the southwest. As we get into later on this evening, isolated storms will be sticking around southwestern areas of the state, and that will prompt, as we head toward tomorrow, some flooding concerns. But first, it's going to be a cool evening all across the area. Your overnight low temperatures in the 50s and 60s for most areas across the state, 70s for places like Roswell and Carlsbad. But here's the footprint of the flash flood threat, which will include most of central New Mexico tomorrow afternoon. I'm also expecting some active showers, part of this monsoon burst Wednesday, where we will also be looking at the potential for flooding really anywhere there's a burn scar, but especially across the southern mountains. And for Thursday, the pattern continues. Thunderstorms focusing in the northern area of the state. I'm expecting to see a little less activity as we get into Friday, but still just one of those weekends where you have to be on guard is what I'm predicting for this coming weekend as well. Across the southeast, I'm looking at a mixture of temperatures. Mid-90s for areas like Carlsbad, Corona, though, in the 70s. And you can see some 90s Hobbs all the way down to Roswell. We're holding on to just a 10% chance of some rain showers for the Roswell area, so it looks like the heat is going to be more of the headline grabber this week for you. Across areas in the southwest, Silver City, well, I'm anticipating to see very strong daily monsoon rain chances. That's each afternoon into the evening hours. The northeast for tomorrow looking to be in the 80s. I'm expecting around 92, though, for areas like Logan, and the upper 80s for Santa Rosa. Out toward the northwest, still dealing with smoke, unfortunately, for areas like Chinle, Arizona, possibly Cortez, Colorado, but it's going to be mostly dry for Farmington, Gallup, and Grants. Only about a 10 to 20% chance of rain this week for the Farmington area, but a lot bigger rain chance for areas like Las Vegas. This takes us into the North Mountains for tomorrow. Nice and cool, 70s, Red River and Angel Fire, 84 degrees for your high. For Santa Fe, we're looking at a 60 to 70% chance of rain each afternoon, at least through Thursday. Same story for the East Mountains. And tomorrow, the metro is going to be under a flood watch. So I'm expecting to see anything from fast flowing arroyos to even flooding roads within the metro. And that goes for areas like Rio Rancho and Albuquerque as we head toward the middle of the work week.